Alright guys, so I have laid everything out on my table in front of me and it is a lot of stuff. I wasn't really sure how to do this video because I've never done one of these videos before, but I thought I would do it in order of brand simply because there is so much stuff to get through that I think if I'm pulling out, you know, one product from another brand and then going on to 10 other products and then another product from that first brand, it's going to be all a bit disconnected and all a bit strange. So I'm literally just going to pull from whatever's in front of me. I'm not going to do this in any particular order. It's just going to be by brand and then all the products that I've purchased from that brand for this whole video. So first, I'm going to talk about the elephant in the room. These are the ARTIS brushes, and listen, first of all, the packaging. It is so extra. It is so extreme for a brush that looks like this. I bought this brush here, which I think is the Oval 7. I think it doesn't even say anywhere which one it is, but I think this is the Oval 7. And then I also bought the Palm brush. Now the Palm brush I actually have bought previously for a family member of mine who loved it. So I thought I would go out and get my own. So that's what it looks like there. And I'm so excited to try these out. I've used a lot of the kind of fake or the copied version of these. And I mean, they're okay, but I think that definitely these are probably a lot better quality. That's why you pay for the price. Yes, the packaging is to do with it. Yes, it's the component. Yes, it's all those things, but also the quality of the brushes, there has to be a different quality for that kind of price point. All right, next thing that's in front of me is a whole stack of lashes. So I picked up 3 pairs of lashes from ESQIDO, and I've got the style Nimbus. I picked up Big City Lights and Starlet, and I'm super excited to try these. I haven't heard any negative reviews on ESQIDO lashes, and to be honest, I haven't heard a lot of people talking about them. I feel like there's 2 or 3 people on YouTube that talk about ESQIDO lashes, and that's it, but I'm really excited to try them out. Then I bought a few pairs from House of Lashes, and I was honestly really surprised with how affordable House of Lashes lashes actually are. I thought they were going to be way more expensive, but they're actually not a terrible price. So I've got the style Starlet. I also have the style Spellbound, and then I've got these ones here too, which I don't really know what the difference is between these ones and these ones. If someone can let me know, then please do. So I've got here the style Temptress Whispy. I've got Heartbreaker, and I've also got Smokey Muse. I'm really excited to try these ones out too because I've heard so much about House of Lashes. I feel like everyone talks about them, so I really want to see what all the hype's about. I also picked up a couple pairs of Flutter lashes, and if you guys have been following my channel, you'll know that I love the Flutter lashes in the style Arielle. I'm wearing them today. These ones that I'm wearing are way past their expiry date, and so I did pick up another pair, of course. I also picked up the pair Kelsey. They are really similar but a lot more dramatic. And I also picked up some lashes from LILLY Lashes, and these I was super excited to try. And again, I've heard so many really great reviews on these. So I picked up the style Miami. I picked up Doha, Cairns, and Mykonos. And when I was looking at all of these lashes, I mean, they are so beautiful. I cannot wait to try these out. But I was thinking, where's the Sydney pair? Lily, I'm watching you, girl. I'm watching you. Alright, next I'm going to move on to BECCA, and I picked up a couple of products from BECCA. I picked up this brush here, which I believe is called their One Perfecting brush. To be honest, I've never seen really anyone use this, but I've seen it a lot in stores, and what really got me about it was this limited edition packaging, or else I would have probably never bought it. But I'm really excited to try this out. I think it would be really great for just a bunch of different things, whether it's contouring or whether it's highlighting or even applying blush. I think this is going to be one of those all-round brushes that you can use for anything, and even for traveling I think this would be a really great one. I also picked up the BECCA and Chrissy Teigan highlighting palette, and to be honest, I'm really into collabs. I always have been into collabs, and I think that collabs, whether it's with a celebrity or with a makeup artist, I think that they're really great. It's an opportunity, one, for the fans to obviously have something that means something to them, but also I think it's an opportunity for brands to get out there, see, you know, different markets, see different demographics, and see what works for them. The packaging, of course, is beautiful, like all of BECCA's packaging. Formula, I'm guessing, is going to be the same as just BECCA's normal product, which I love all of BECCA's blushes and the highlighters. BECCA honestly has some of my ride or die always contrast highlighters, so I don't think this would be any different. The packaging is beautiful, the shades look beautiful, so I can't wait to show this one as well. Next thing that's in front of me is this big bad boy. This is the Violet VOSS Pro Ride or Die palette, and I'm just gonna try and open this up I mean, this looks stunning. For starters, this is right on my alley in terms of shades. But this just looks so amazing. It's literally everything that you need all in one palette. It's got a really big, good size mirror. You can see in the reflection how much stuff I have in front of me. It is bulky, I will say that. It is super bulky, so if you're someone that really likes compact things, this is probably not going to be the best thing for you. But if you want something where it's literally everything's in one palette, and when you need to go somewhere or where you need to do something, you pick up one item and that's what you use, this I reckon is going to be one of your favorites. Next, I went to the Juvia's Place website. I picked up some of their eyeshadow palettes. One thing that I want to say though, for starters, is the eye looks on Juvia's Place Instagram page are absolutely stunning. So this is the Masquerade mini palette, and I mean, it has a great range of really warm, beautiful, rich neutrals on the bottom, but I also like the fact that there is some pops of color as well. So if you're looking for something that has, you know, your neutrals, but also has some pops of color you can include, I think that the Masquerade mini palette will be a really great one for you. If you're after neutrals and just neutrals, go for Nubian. This, honestly, when I saw it, for starters, it is a lot smaller when you actually see it in person compared to what it looks like on camera. But this palette, honestly, is what you need for your everyday. If you're a simple girl that just likes your warm neutrals, this is a beautiful palette. Next palette that I also got from them is the Saharan, and I think this too is a really great everyday palette as well. It has some extra little pops of color in there, like you've got your, you know, shimmery kind of blue gunmetal grey. You've got your really, you know, strong intense red, and you've got some other colors in here. But again, if you like to experiment with color but you want to have your neutrals in there as well, you can definitely achieve beautiful looks with this palette. If you guys want to see a tutorial based on these shadow palettes, then please let me know. Next is Beauty Bakerie, and I picked up a couple of their products. And for those of you guys that have followed me since the first video I ever made, you guys will know that I am quite a fan of Beauty Bakerie. I really do like their liquid lipsticks. I love their highlighter, even though it's a little bit of a different highlighter than what else is out there on the market. I do still really love it. I picked up a couple more of their liquid lipsticks. I picked up Honey, and I also picked up the shade Salted Caramel, and this color is right on my alley. This nude is absolutely stunning, and I'm really excited to try this color out. I also picked up one of their gelatos. This one is called So Marshmallow, and it's basically just a white eyeliner. I've been looking for colored liners because I really want to build up that collection so I can use in different tutorials and do different looks. And I wanted to just see what the formula was like on these because they have a really good range of different colored liners. So I wanted to see what the formula was like of the white first and then get other colors as I go along. The other product that I bought was the flower setting powder. The whole flower concept is so genius. I love it. And Tati, also known as Glam Life Guru, has done a video on this product talking about how much she loves the staying power and how well this product sets. Jackie Aina also talks about how much she loves this as well. So there are other people that really like this out there, and I actually ordered this before Tati even did the video, but obviously I've only received it afterwards because I was waiting on a ton of other stuff to do this video as well. Alright, next in front of me is a whole ton of stuff from Tarte, some new release items and some older stuff as well. So the first thing I want to talk about is this brush here, and I've been looking at this brush for ages. There's no name on it. It's just a really big foundation brush, and I have been wanting to try this out for ages, and I finally got my hands on it. So I'm really excited to try this one out and see how it works. I also picked up the Maracuja Bronzing Serum. Now, I was really unsure of what this product was, and I've later on found out that it's actually like an oil that helps to bronze up your skin gradually. I thought it was going to be kind of like the NARS kind of shimmering body oil, but I'm still really excited to try this out and see exactly what it does, see exactly what it's like, because I'm always looking for something also that's really nice and hydrating, and I like a really nice oil for during the day, so I'm still excited to try this one out. I also picked up the new Clay Stick Foundation. I'm really excited to try this out because the Amazonian Clay Foundation is one of my favorite foundations of all time. I really honestly love it. I don't use it that often because I sometimes forget that I have it, but it's one of those ones that I can always go back to if my skin is performing really badly. I know that it's always going to make my skin look really nice, so I love that they came out with a similar formula in a stick foundation. Stick foundations I find so easy to use because you literally just slap it on, blend it out, and you're good to go and you're done. You don't have to worry about mess and all that kind of stuff, so I cannot wait to try this one out, and let's slay with clay. I also picked up the Spellbound Sprinkle Face and Body Glitter. For starters, the packaging from the Unicorn collection is absolutely stunning, and also because I am a real big fan of the whole loose powder highlighter. There was one of my Gaze and A's, which I'll link down below. I spoke about the Inglot version of this product, which I thought was absolutely amazing, and I will put this to the test and see how it compares. I also picked up the Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer. Desi has spoken about this primer many times, and I do have a primer that I do really love, which is the one from Urban Decay, but I always like to try out new things, so I'm really excited to try this one out. The Rainforest of the Sea Volume 2 Eyeshadow Palette. This one is not a new launch, there is one that has come out after this, but I was really just interested in the shades in this. I think that it's very neutral, and it's something that's definitely, again, right on my alley. There is a lot of shimmers in this, so if you're looking for mattes, it's probably not the best way to go for you, but I think that this with another smaller palette with just mattes, I think would do really well, and you'll basically have all the neutrals that you need. Still keeping with eyeshadow palettes from Tarte, I also picked up this one from the Unicorn collection. It was the Make Believe in Yourself Eye and Cheek palette, which again, the same thing, it is mainly foils, which is great for someone that wants that pop of color and that pop of shimmer. So I think that this, along with just a very basic neutral palette, will do very well. I'm really excited to try these out. Some of these look absolutely stunning, and yeah, I'm just so excited. I love that in the middle they have a really nice highlighting shade, which you can use for obviously on your cheeks, but also all over the lid. So I like that there's actually a decent size pan for that product. Now, speaking of that whole neutral kind of front, I also bought the Clay Play Face Shaping palette, and this is what it looks like if you haven't already seen it going around social media. This is the kind of palette that I'm talking about, where literally it has all of your neutrals. What I love about this is that it has also your face products on the bottom as well. So if you're someone that, again, travels a lot or wants something that's really quick and easy, you've literally got all of your eye neutrals and your face sculpting products that you will need. So something like this, along with maybe this palette here with all of your colors, this would basically be all that you would need. These two palettes together would work so well together. And last but not least, from Tarte, I bought the Fake Awake eye pencil, which is just literally a nude colored eye pencil that's for the waterline or anywhere that you just want to kind of brighten up around the eyes. I also picked up the Iconic London Illuminator Drops, and this is a product which has just been floating all around YouTube and also Instagram, and I am really excited to try this out. I have used the ones from Cover Effects, and I'm not the biggest fan of the formula, but I have seen other people using these. The first person that I saw using this was Holly Boone, and she loves it, and she gets such a beautiful effect out of it that it could just be the formula of this is different to the Cover Effects ones. So I want to try this out and see how they compare as well. Next, I basically bought all of Melt Cosmetics eyeshadows that I didn't currently own. I basically bought the Radioactive stack, the Gunmetal stack, and the Lovesick stack. I already had the other two stacks. One is the Rust stack and one's the Dark Matter stack, I believe. But I got the other ones here because I really honestly love Melt Cosmetics eyeshadows. I think that they're amazing. Beautiful formula. Packaging is absolutely amazing and something so different. And their colour range is really good. I can't wait for Melt to come out with more colours in that. Then from Charlotte Tilbury, for starters, the packaging is absolutely stunning. I got one of her lip glosses. This one's in the shade Sweet Stiletto. I also got one of her lipsticks in the shade Very Victoria. I also picked up her Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. This one is in the shade number 2. If I can actually open it. And that's what she looks like here. It's a lot smaller than what I thought that it was going to be, but I'm really excited to try this out. I also picked up the Film Star Bronzer and Glow palette. Again, the packaging on this is absolutely stunning. And this is what she looks like here. She has a sculpting powder and a highlighting powder. I'm really excited to try this out. It looks really pretty. It's nice and subtle, but there is something there. There's definitely pigment there. And I'm really excited to see how they perform on the skin. I also picked up the Magic Foundation. This one's in the shade number 6. I hope that it's going to be dark enough for me because it looks a little bit light. And basically it has SPF, it's got SPF 15, and it just looks like a really beautiful foundation. And I also picked up the Wonder Glow, and this is basically like a glowing primer for the skin before foundation. The next products that I bought, I basically wanted to be one of those Instagram girls that drops this on her skin. I got the Farsali oils, and I got all three of them. So I've got the Unicorn Essence, I picked up the Rose Gold Elixir, and I also picked up the Volcanic Elixir. And this one I've really never seen people talking about, and basically I was reading it on the website, and it's basically a treatment that really helps for acne prone skin. Now I purchased this back when I was having a lot of breakouts, so if you guys have been watching my channel and if you've been watching my videos, you'll know that was a long time ago. So this just gives you an indication of how long ago I ordered a lot of these products. I still do get quite a lot of breakouts, especially in this kind of chin and jawline region. So I'm really excited to try this out and see exactly what it does for my skin. Next products are from Tatcha, and I bought the water cream, and I've really been into all of the gel moisturizers. I feel like they have been giving my skin the hydration that I need, but they're not so heavy under makeup or even just on the skin in general, which I love. So this one's the water cream. I love that it comes with a little spatula. It's just so bougie and so extra. I love it. And I also picked up the Luminous Dewy Skin Mist as well. This one is a limited edition packaging, which is, I guess, what pushed me to get it was I love the packaging. I love the gold and the black. It's something that I'll keep forever. But if I like it, I'll obviously be forced to repurchase. Obviously under the normal packaging, but either way, I cannot wait to try this one out. From JUVIAS, and JUVIAS I definitely went to town on. I was really excited to get some of their stuff, so I picked up their Springtime in Paris eye palette, and this is what she looks like here. And when I first looked at it online, I saw the purple shades and I kind of thought I would never use those. I don't really know how much I'm going to use this palette, but when I actually received it, I saw how different these colors actually. I also picked up some of their lip products, so I picked up 4 lip toppers. I picked up Skinny Dip, Rose Gold, Tan Lines, and Saint-Tropez. And again, I didn't realize how beautiful these were until I actually saw them in person. It's so glittery that it doesn't actually pick up on camera the way that it actually does when you look at it in your hand. Especially the one that especially got me was the shade Rose Gold. It almost has like this kind of green, purple, weird duochrome tint, which is actually so beautiful, and I can't wait to try this out on the lips. I think that it's going to look absolutely amazing. I picked up also one of their liquid lipsticks. This one's in the shade Noisette, and this I saw from LILLY. She was wearing this in a video and I loved it, so I bought it because of her. And then also from JUVIAS, I got a couple of their highlighters. So I got the shade Skinny Dip, which is a new shade in their collection, and then I also got the shade Citrine, which is basically the shade that started it all, this one here. So I'm again excited to try these out. I've swatched them and they swatch absolutely beautifully, so we'll see how they perform on the skin. Moving on to Dose of Colors, I've got a couple of her brushes. So I picked up the shader brush. I think this would be a really great brush, one obviously for the eyes, but also for a nose contour. I don't usually do a nose contour, but I'm definitely keen to start doing it and just see exactly where it takes me. And I also bought this winged liner brush, which I would honestly use this more for brows. It does have a spoolie on the other end. I like how slanted it is. I do like the one that I'm using at the moment, but I do find that it is a little bit short sometimes for me to do my brows easier. So I do definitely want to try this out and see how I feel about it. I picked up one of her lipsticks. This one's in the shade Poise. I also picked up her liquid lipstick in the shade Cork. I picked up one of her Ideal Duos. This one's in the shade Sunset, and it is so coppery and beautiful. I picked up the new Baked Browns eyeshadow palette, which I think again is one of those palettes that it's got enough shades where I think that you can do many entire looks with this, but I think that also it's not too many shades where it's too much for the everyday person to carry around with them. So again, love this, love the tones in this one. And I also got one of her brand new highlighters. This one's in the shade I See You Baby, which again, the name is absolutely adorable. The imprint, I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Next, moving on to Ofra, I picked up a few of their liquid lipsticks. I got the shade Charmed, Aries, Hypno, and Nude Potion. I also picked up Everglow, which is the highlighter that Nick Tutorials collaborated with them on. And I also picked up Kim Tai's Wonderlush. And again, so excited to try these out. I love face products and skin products as well, so can't wait to try those ones out. Now from Marc Jacobs, I bought the entire coconut collection. So this one here is their bronzer. I already love their Ordinary Tantric bronzer. This one is in the shade Tantastic, and of course it has that coconutty smell, which is absolutely to die for. I also picked up the Invisible Undercover Perfecting Coconut Primer, and I actually got 2 of these, so one of them is going to be used in a giveaway. I got the Do You Dewdrops. I also picked up the Perfecting Coconut Setting Mist, which again smells absolutely amazing. Can't wait to try this one out. And then I also picked up their foundation. This one's the Remarkable Foundation, and this actually a friend of mine recommended to me because she uses this. She absolutely loves it, and yeah, she cannot stop raving about it, so I'm really excited to try that one out as well. I got the shade Neutral Bisque. The last item that I also got from Marc Jacobs was one of their blushes. This one's in the shade Flesh and Fantasy, and this one's more on the neutral side, which I'm really excited to try out. Next, switching over to a couple of drugstore items, I bought a couple of items from NYX. I bought their Total Control Foundation, which is their drop foundation. I picked up the shade Beige, and I don't know what the shade's going to be like. It feels almost like a serum. It doesn't even feel like a foundation when you put it on the back of your hand, so I'm really intrigued to see what kind of coverage this gives you. I think the shade's going to be a bit yellow for me, but we'll see how that goes. And I also picked up the Honey Do Me Up face primer. I also picked up this palette from Models Prefer, and it's the Make Me Blush face palette, and that's what it looks like here. And basically it looks really, really similar to the Sleek highlighting palettes, but the difference is this also has a bronzing shade and a blush shade. So again, for someone that wants one palette where everything is in there, this could be a really great one for you. So I'm going to try it out and see what this one is like. From Gerard Cosmetics, I picked up the Slay All Day Setting Spray. This one is in the fragrance Green Tea and Ginger, along with their Hydra Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Everything Nice. Also on the topic of setting sprays, I picked up the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix setting spray. Again, this is really, really hard to get in certain Sephora stores in Australia. I bought this at the store at Broadway, so if you guys are looking for it, Broadway has a lot of stuff in stock that Pitt Street doesn't have, so yeah, got this from there. I also got a ton of single shadows. So basically what I've done is I've put them all into Makeup Forever palettes, because I feel like these palettes are really, really, really nice and sturdy. And with all this thing about Z palettes and all that kind of stuff, I want to stay neutral and just go with Makeup Forever and just let that be. So this is not the biggest size palette, this is the smaller one, but I actually like this because it means that I can kind of sort them out by brand at the moment, and then obviously I can get bigger ones if I need them. So basically what I've done as well is, that way I know what shades that I'm getting, because I do have claws, is I basically have a sheet of paper on the top that tells me what each shade is. So I've got in here a couple of different brands. I've got here Makeup Geek up until here, and then this line here is all Coloured Rain shadows. So I'm really excited because I've actually never tried Coloured Rain or Makeup Geek shadows, which is crazy, but yeah, I'm really excited about those. And then also from Makeup Geek, I purchased some of their cream stains, and I got the shade Foxtrot and the shade Walt. And I've heard mixed reviews on these, but I do definitely want to try it for myself and see what I... Now with Anastasia Beverly Hills, the same thing about the eyeshadows. I've never tried their single shadows, but I do have a couple of their eyeshadow palettes, so I definitely know what they're all about. And this palette here is all Anastasia Beverly Hills shadows. There's a mix of some of the new collection shadows along with some of the OG colors. Again, really excited to try these ones out, see how I feel about them. I already know that the shadows are amazing because I've used them in their palettes before, but obviously excited to try them as singles and to see what shades that I like. Keeping on the Anastasia wavelength, I also picked up one of her liquid lipsticks in the shade Ashton. Again, never tried her formula of liquid lipsticks. I've tried her glosses before, which I do really, really enjoy, but her liquid lipsticks I've never tried. So again, wanted to try something different. I also picked up 2 of her highlighting palettes. I picked up the Moonchild Glow Kit and also the new Aurora Glow Kit. So I haven't tried either of them. I haven't even swatched either of them. Moonchild has been out for a while. Aurora is still a very new product, and I'm really excited for both of them. I'm really excited to see what both of them have. They are both kind of similar in the way that they're both kind of duochrome-y, but there are definitely differences between both. Aurora is definitely more of an artistry palette. It's not as wearable, but I definitely am excited to see what I can get from these. And last product from Anastasia is one of their new blush trios. This one's in the shade Peachy Love, which that's what it looks like there. I'm really excited to try this one out, and I mean the packaging alone I love. I also picked up the Natasha Denona Foundation X. I'm really excited to try out this foundation because I've heard really good reviews on this. I got the color 42 medium, and I'm really excited about this. It's full coverage. Apparently it has a more dewy to satin finish, which I love personally, so I'm excited to try that out. I also picked up the Laura Geller Baked Highlighter. This one's in the shade Gilded Honey. I don't have to explain this because this has been all around social media for ages, and I just can't wait to try it out. I also picked up another one of Kat Von D's liquid lipsticks, which I love already. This one is in the shade Sanctuary. It's a new shade that Sephora Australia now carries. Don't know if it's a part of her normal line, but it's a new product to Australia, so I bought it and I can't wait to try it out. It's a really beautiful shade. It's quite similar to the one that I'm actually wearing today. Alright, now I'm coming up to my last few brands. So starting off with Morphe, I got not one, not two, but three of the Morphe Prep and Set setting sprays. I haven't tried this product out before, but I'm really excited for it, and I really honestly, based on the reviews and based on what I see, I really think that I'm going to enjoy this. So I bought three to make sure that I have backups. I love the fact that it's a mister and not like a spray, so you know that you're going to get a really nice overall mist. So I'm really excited to try these ones out and see how they work. Also from Morphe, I got several of her liquid lipsticks, and I dropped one on the floor, so I'm not even bothered to go and get it. But I've got here the shades Jealousy, Schoolgirl, Suspect, Nibble, Bloodshot, and whichever one is on the floor, I'll let you know down below in the description box. But again, these are some of my favorite formulas of liquid lipsticks. I really honestly do love them, so I cannot wait to try out these shades. Also from Morphe, I picked up one of the pressed pigments. This one's in the shade Make a Statement, and I also picked up a couple of the what are these? These are the cream lip polishes, and these I didn't hear a lot about. The color range I do find a little bit limiting in terms of the nudes. There's definitely a lot of, you know, pinks and purples and reds. I think in the nudes there isn't a lot of range, but I haven't really heard a lot of people talking about these, so I was really wanting to try them for myself. The other thing that I'll just say about them just straight out is that the packaging is really cheap. They look like a, you know, $2 kind of lip polish. Obviously the products inside could be really amazing, which is obviously what I'm hoping for. So I will test these out and let you guys know what I think of those. Also from Morphe, I did get a couple of their single shadows. So the top two rows are all Colourpop shadows, which I've had for a while now, so I do know that they are really nice. And then the bottom two rows are all Morphe, excluding these two on the side here. These are from MAC. Even this big one here is also from Morphe as well. Again, really excited to try out the Morphe single shadows. Again, I love Morphe's palettes, but the single shadows I've never tried before, so I'm excited to try them out. And definitely, I also picked up the Morphe 35R palette, and everyone says it, but this palette is so beautiful when you actually look at it in your hands. When you look at it online, it's really pretty, but in your hands and in front of you, it looks so different. I love the fact that they actually put shimmers on one side and mattes on the other. I think that was a really great idea because it means you can see exactly the shimmers and the mattes. A lot of people say that all the shades look the same, but I think that when it's in front of you, you definitely see the differences, and you definitely see that all the shades are very different. So again, I'm excited for that. I also picked up the 25B palette, and I already really like the 25A palette, but I wanted to try this one out. I definitely think though, looking at the shades, that the 25A is still going to be my favorite out of the two, but I definitely wanted to see what this one was all about as well. This one's a little bit more cool tone in my opinion. I also picked up the new Summer Fling collection from Beauty Blender. These are just their three new shades. They're the same Beauty Blender, but all just in different shades. Again, wanted to try these out. I usually use the pure ones, which are the white ones. They're a pain because they get dirty so much quicker and they stain a lot easier because they're white. But I still want to try these out and see what they're like. Now these are from Starskin, and they're the lace masks. I've got the eye mask and the face mask, and Nick Trolls did review these. I ordered them and received them way before she reviewed them, but but I've been basically waiting to do this video. And again, I'm really excited to try this out. If you guys want to see a video of me trying this out, then please let me know down below. And last thing, I guess, for eyeshadows is from Glitter Injections, and I kind of went crazy with glitter injections in a way. I didn't get a lot, but I was just so excited to try these out. And these are their, you know, really big pressed glitters. And what I like about these ones is that they've got different colours, so you can either mix and match, or you can take individual colours, which I love too. And I got this one given as a bit of a gift with purchase as well. And I've just put this in a Tarte palette, so this is just a Tarte magnetic palette that I use for these particular shadows, so that way they're all together. Now the last thing that I want to talk about in this video, because it's probably the thing that I'm most excited about, is the new Jeffree Star. So firstly, I've got in my hands the Jeffree Star and Manny MUA collab. This is the Skin Frost in the shade Eclipse, and for starters, I love the star and moon little imprint. I don't think that the camera's picking up on it, but you guys know what it looks like. You guys have seen it all on social media. I think this is so stunning, and I cannot wait to try this one out. I also picked up the shade Daddy in the liquid lip, the new Jeffree Star Chrome collection products. So I got both of the Skin Frosts. I've got the shade Summer Snow Cone, which is this beautiful, really vibrant yellow shade. And then I also have the shade Crystal Ball, which in the pan looks exactly like Ice Cold, but it does have on the skin that very pinky, purpley kind of duochrome effect, which again, I'm really excited to play with. And honestly, Jeffree killed it with lip products for this collection. I wanted to buy the entire lip collection because there were so many wearable products. There were so many nude shades, which I love. I mean, I love that Jeffree always has something a little bit different. Like he had the shade You Better Work and the green shade as well, which I love. I think that's so amazing. But I love that he has also so many nudes in this collection, which is crap for everyone else because it makes it so hard to decide on which shades to get. So for the liquid lipsticks, I bought the shade Calabasas. I got the shade Hunty, which I love that name. And I also got the shade Family Jewels. And then for the lip ammos, which I've actually never tried his lip ammos because I'm more of a liquid lipstick person. I don't like the whole lipstick feeling, but I'm slowly getting back to that. So for starters, I got the shade Birkenstock, which is this stunning nude. I also picked up the shade Thick as Thieves, which is a really nice warm brown. Love that as well. And then I also picked up the shade Birthday Suit, which again is a really pretty pinky browny nude as well. So very excited to try those shades out and see exactly what the lip ammos are all about. And then last but not least, I also had to pick up one of his velour lips. This one is in the flavour Blue Raspberry Sucker, and I love, for starters, the smell of these are absolutely amazing. Oh my god. And the colour of this is so wicked. I already love the velour lip scrubs. I think they're already really amazing, but obviously it's a limited edition, so obviously I wanted to try something totally different. Alright you guys, so that is it for this video. I cannot believe I got through all of this stuff. There was so much in this video. This honestly has got to be the haul of all haul videos, and I am so excited to play with all this new stuff. I cannot wait to feature it all on my channel. If there's anything in this video that you guys saw that you really wanted me to try, then please leave me a comment down below. I'm definitely happy to do a dedicated video on certain products. I'm also thinking of doing a first impression, so let me know if there's anything in particular that you want me to try out in the first impressions, and I'm totally happy to do that. And yeah, you guys, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and turn on my notifications so you don't miss out on anything that I post. Let me comment down below whether it's something that you want to see next, something you want me to review, something you want me to have a look at, or even things that you've recently purchased that you've been loving, hating, or stuff that you haven't even tried. I'd love to hear what you have to say. If you want to follow me on my other social media, you can go to Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, and Pinterest. That all is Celina J. Pereira. Once again, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next one. Love you guys. Mwah.